Our next participant is a gentleman many of us all know, Brother Rob James, who is a very inspiring poet and will be sharing some of his pieces with us. Two pieces that he's written, Imagine and When They Come Home. So Brother Rob, please take us away.
Peace, family, and may God bless you. I'm Robert James of the Long Island Church of Christ, and I have the privilege of sharing a new spoken word that I wrote entitled Imagine, and also a scripture which encourages me, which is Matthew 5:16, which reads, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." And indeed, that's what we're all trying to do, is to glorify the Father in heaven. So here is the piece, Imagine, and I hope it encourages you. Imagine if we had lived in early BC and inhaled the same air that the Lord had breathed. What if our eyes have seen him hither and transfigured? Would our lives be seen as scripture to a sinner? Would I believe as the Magi who came from the east? Be as faithful as Joseph when Mary was reached? Imagine being at the Jordan when John saw him and baptized Adonai when the Spirit caught him. Imagine us kneeling when being at the hearing of God's voice who employed human engineering and dealing in algorithms of the old teaching when David wrote to the believers in exegesis, verses repeating spirit truths of a stricken Jesus, left for dead by his friends to the Romans and Jews, is ironic because he came to save Romans and Jews. Thus the reason we're here, when two are gathered in truth, we matter. Like lives in protest with Israel spies, where women exchanged their pain for a future that thrives. A village trained in my childhood, as I was raised in a single parent home, by grace that he bestowed, said grace over the bread Jesus broke to atone, providing fish in the loaves for the fishermen of souls. A woman touched the hem of Christ and was made whole, as Christ made us whole, as a family to behold. And if pleasing to Elohim, let your servant be clean, as when you cast out demons of Mary Magdalene. Mary went at the scene of what her eyes could see. Verily in the flesh was beheld the King. So this next piece that I would like to share is entitled When They Come Home. It was based on a conversation I had with my grandmother many years ago. Her name is Doris James. When they come home, there'll be a long sigh of relief. There'll be a carpool awaiting them when the gates are released when they come home. Mothers will reunite with men who they nurtured from young and refer to them as their babies again, like newborn sons when they come home. Their trouble will be behind them, yet their struggle will await. Prison numbers will be confiscated and responsibility will take place. Humility will set in with promise at stake. They will celebrate their liberation as a bird freed from its cage when they come home. The body will be reattached with some of the joy that it lacked. Empty pews will be an oasis of smiling familiar faces. Congregations will rejoice to have their sheep return to them that were void when they come home. The prayers of many will be fulfilled. Water shall cleanse them of their blemishes concealed. Children will see their fathers with compassion and thrill. Every bit of dishonor will be a fragment that heals when they come home. Their memories will not haunt them with guilt. They will strive to make amends with those that they have trespassed against. Their supper will be home-cooked meals, and they will relish in every bite, as if Jesus broke bread and served it to them with delight when they come home. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Brother Rob, for the masterful use of words and sharing those two amazing poems with us, calling us to imagine ourselves being people of amazing faith, living lives of amazing faith. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it.